Hi guys, it's Raph here again, and in today's video we are going to be looking at how we can start up our design. Website creation is not all about you thinking about what you want to do and just start doing it. You have to give some prep work, that's preparation work. You have to prepare your design, organize it before coding, so that in case of any bug you can go back to your organized page or whatever you have done to look at it and correct it. So in today's video we're going to be looking at how to create a wireframe and also how to create a simple UI. So I have a site here that I did for somebody, so I'm going to use it for a client. So I'm going to use it as a point of reference to teach in today's tutorial. So let's jump into it. Okay, as I said, I'm going to be using a tool online to call whiteboard. You can see it here, WITEBOARD. So it's what I'm going to use to do my own sketch, and it's just going to be a basic sketch. It's nothing fancy. I'm just trying to introduce it to it, especially for beginners. Okay, and you want to improve your skills in web development, so you can just follow along with the video. Okay, so something like this now can be like my first session. This can be my home session. Okay, then what I want to do in my home session now, we need logo, we need nav links. So for the logo I will just give a circle, okay, just give a little circle here. Okay, so this is a circle I did here. Then for the nav links we just give a sketch. It's just a sketch, it's nothing fancy. Okay, then here we want to separate them to show that they are links. Okay, and in this example the links is only going to be 3, so we do that is it's just a sketch. You can use your pen or book or paper to like get this thing done. I'm just giving you a sketch. I don't want us to waste time styling things while we have other things to do. Okay, so this box is shaded now can be the links, different links. Okay, then for my own example, my image is going to cover the whole of the link. So for that I will just like, no need to draw a box again, because this box now is now an image box, so that's the background carrying the box. So you can just draw a sketch. See here, draw a sketch here. Okay, to here. So what this cross line in the middle means that anybody looking at my site know that it's not carrying a color, it's carrying an image. So I'm just using this as this is what I use to represent images. Like if I create a box now, I want to show that that place is an image that is going to be there, I'll just draw it this way, so that you know. Okay, so let's continue. So here is it, and under my this is my image now. I'm just going to use a client site, the one I did for one of my clients, to like show you this thing off. So here I want to add a text here just below the logo, just a few text. So after here I'll go to the text too. Let me see if I can resize it so that you see what I'm seeing here. So this is a text too here, T. Then I just write text 1, then I'll draw another box. These are just, don't worry, in the UI design we are going to look at how to apply all this stuff. Okay, don't worry about my sketching now because I'm rushing and I'm using the mouse for my own sketch. So okay, so we have the logo here. Let's just write logo here. That'll be L. That should be capital L. That means logo. Okay, so this is for the home page. So this is the home page. I think it's pretty much it. We don't need more things to, it's just a basic stuff, and we can just continue. Let's try using lines to make sure, and we don't sheet and see what will happen. Okay, it's cute. Sorry, I would have used line from the beginning. Okay, So here now is going to be another session. This session now is going to be our about us. So we just draw a shape here. Just draw a shape. I think this shape is too rough for our liking. Let's continue using the line. For anything straight path. Okay. This is where we're going to add the text. Okay. There's going to be title. Okay. Then we're going to have an image section. So the image section is going to be here. It should be the image section. Don't worry about aligning and padding and all that stuff. Don't worry. In the stuff we get to do that in our UI. Okay, so to represent that is an image, that should be the image of the person. We're talking about the person in question, the owner of the site. That's the about us. Like seriously. So I want to give a sketch here. It's a diagram, but I will represent it with what I call the dummy writing. I think this one is too stupid. Okay, let's get it down here. I think here is okay for now. Bring it here, and you have to leave a pad in between two of them. It's supposed to be aligned together, but there's no way for aligning here. Then I'll just draw some stuff. Now just right here about content. Okay, so this is the about content. That's what you're going to be seeing here. Okay, so actually we can do something here. So I'll just clean off this line. Okay, just clean off this line here using my eraser tool. The eraser tool is there. Why is good to use this online stuff? Because you can share it with somebody. You share it with your client, and he will see your sketch for your listing. Using the book, it might be somehow recommended, but it's not that official. So you make use of this. So it depends on what you want. So let's just extend this line. I want to add a feature to the about also. So just bring it down here. I want to add features. Okay, so here now we add the features. So for the feature, we're going to add few boxes. That will be box 1. Okay, then here will be box 2. Is there any way I can duplicate something here? I don't think so. It's just come and draw and draw. Okay, it's supposed to be the same size, but don't worry about the sizing for now, please. When you're doing your own project, you can make it perfect according to what you want. I'm just sketching it out so that we won't waste time with the video. Okay, so here can be our future. Then let's just add a top here where we write our future content. Just write what we're talking about here. Here can be features. Sorry, let me here. You cannot even go back. Yes, you're gonna reduce the shape. Can the angle bracket don't with that? I think we'll just clean it off here. It should be here. Then we'll just get our stuff again. I'm rushing it so that our video won't be long, so that you won't be bored listening to me talking over and over. So you'll be about. Okay, so here is our future. So here we can just say feature 1. future. Start from here. Feature 1. To give you a feature 2, feature 2, and here will be feature. Sorry, I think it should be from here. TURE. Then make it feature 3. Okay, so these are our features. So see what we have here: the home, the about, and the features. The about and features. Okay, so the next thing, I think we're just going to make it basic. We don't want to show about the person, the home, about the person. We need to show what he does. I think how many links do we have here? 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 links. So I think I will just add the contact. Maybe in our next video we'll talk about more advanced stuff, so that we won't waste our time. You know, time is money, but money don't make no time. So I think I'll add the contact. Okay, because I need to go to the UI aspect. Okay, then here, then I'll add a contact. Just a basic sketch. Don't look at my sketch, please. It's quite funny. Okay, I think that's it for now. Okay, then here will be the send button. The send button is going to be here. And don't worry, we're going to add a footer. Okay, it's looking pretty much good. Then we can add the socials. I don't know why, but I just added it here on the client side. It was just basic. After maybe I will link the site so that you just visit it and see what I did here to see if I tried or not. Just a basic site. Okay, so I want to create 2 boxes. Here will be contact and the socials. UI designer by day, website coder by night. So here will be contact. Contact. Here should be social. I think let's add links. Social links. Doesn't matter. Maybe here now will be the name. Let's start it from here. Name, email, messages, and here should be, I think, send. Okay, so that's pretty much it for now. Okay, then the next thing we can do now is just let's get this and just add our copyright text here. Just add copyright text here. So here will be just copyright text. Copyright text. Just write it like that. Okay, so I think we are pretty much through with the sketching. Let's save it as image. It's coming. Okay, so I think we have saved it as image. You can see it here. Okay, so for our UI, I decided on using You know, they have many things we can use, but I'm using, let me see for this example. So I just open up where I'm going to do my UI. So I'm making use of Adobe XD. That's the Adobe XD, as you can see it here, XD. Okay, I have it installed on my computer. Here is it, XD. Okay, so you can make use of Figma or any other one, but at the time of recording this video, I don't think Figma was created, because this is in the 90s, 1664. Sorry about that. Figma is actually created, but Adobe XD is just at my hand reach. I don't know, I just got it because I'm a good fan of Adobe, so I make use of most of Adobe software, so that's why I'm using ST. So you can decide to use Figma. Figma is also good, pretty much good. Okay, something like this is Figma. I also have a Figma account also, but for the reason of this tutorial, you can see many of my designs I've designed in Figma. You can see them all here, all the ones I've been doing, playing around with in Figma. Okay, so for this tutorial sake, I'm going to make use of Adobe XD. So what's the first thing we have there? Okay, let's just take a cool look. So we have logo, then nav links. So let's go there and create those things. Okay, so one thing I want to show you is that in creating your site, in creating your UI, there are some certain things you need to consider. Like for example, you need to consider your grid lines, okay, to know how you position your outlines. You know, when you are creating a site, it's not good for you to allow your logo or whatever to be at a like too close to the line. You have to add some paddings, so you can actually add paddings to your stuff in this Figma, Adobe XD. Sorry for calling it Figma. So for that, you just go down. Can you leave me? To make sure here is selected, then you go to grids. So here grid, as you can see, so my own grid is already set up to 12. Let me see if I can make it 6. Okay, as you can see, I think I'll put it back to 12. I love it at 12. That's how I usually design my own stuff. As you can see, the grid is now what applied. Okay, okay, so the grid is now applied. So now we can align our stuff. The grid lines are now applied. Now you can align your stuff. You can also add a grid line like both column and row, but for me, I'm only making use of the just the column only. I'm not making use of the row. Just love it. So we want to create a logo. Our first needs a logo, but now we don't have a logo, so let's just create one. So we just come here, simple logo. Okay, so we say Steve photograph, PHOTOGRAPH. Let's just zoom in and see what we are doing here. Okay, okay, I think let's go Steve photograph. Let's just increase the size a little bit. You can increase it from here also, from this text, just make it whatever. So I think there should be, I want to align it to the center. Okay, what's going on with it? Go back to go back to your pick tool, selection tool, then align it here. Then you cannot just leave it like this. So what I usually do, just to style it up and make it look more fancy, just create a rectangle. I think it needs to be smaller. Okay, I'm gonna shift it this way, bring it down a little. Okay, instead of fill, I'm going to remove the fill, then add a border radius there. Just add a border to make the border. So I cancel fill, then border. Going to find something. I think we should, let's make use of white, because actually we make use of white in this stuff. Don't worry about the background. We're going to apply the image there, background image. Okay, so make it white. to increase the size to, let's say 6. Let's make it black first and see, since our background is, let's see, 6. I think it's okay. Okay, so here is it. And another thing, we can just group it, put it together, Ctrl G to group, then you can name the group. So name the group logo. Okay, so we have created our first group. That's the logo group. Don't worry about the color, we can still change it at any time. Just go into the group and change. Okay, so it's aligned here. Then the next thing, I think it's too much at the top, so bring it down a little. We don't want it to be touching the top that much. Okay, so the next thing now is our links. So to create our link, we just take our text to, click here, and write the first link. That would be, I think our first link should be the home, after home to the about and the other stuff. So that would be, give it a capital letter, sorry, home. Okay, so to actually do this, let's just go in, let's zoom in and see what we have here. Okay, I think the text is a little bit smaller, so let's make it bigger, small. Okay, alignment, let's work on our alignment first, then okay, you can see the line shows here. So what we can do, we can duplicate, just hold down Alt, grab that home, drag it to where you want to drag it to. Make sure you are looking at the space between them. You release your mouse before moving your hand from the Alt. Click on it and change it. This one will be about. Okay. Then you click on it again. Hold down your Alt. Click on it. Drag. Make sure it's the same as this. Make sure it's the same gap between two of them. Okay. Okay. Then this one will be contact. Okay. So as you can see, it's not that aligned, so we can make it more aligned just by click here, hold down the shift key, click, then you go here to align them on the row. Okay, so we have our that. Okay, so I think they are pretty much aligned now. I think so. Is there any other stuff? They are aligned now. Okay, as you can see, but we don't want them to be here, so we just click here. We want to align them in a way that they will fit at the end of the stuff, so to bring them here following the logo, then to touch this line a little. That's our green line. Okay, so that's it. I think they are pretty much okay now. So maybe if you want to increase the font size, you can just from here increase it to like 40. Normally you're not supposed to use 40, but just so that you see, let's make it 30. Okay, I'm not bothering about this font size or the font type, the font I'm using. I'm just using the normal font just for this tutorial. You can play around with the fonts if you know what you are looking for. Okay, so the next thing to do is to add, let's try and add our background image now. So the image I use was my XD, and I will just align it where. So hold down the Alt when bringing it down so that they follow that path. It wasn't like this, but let's try and make it more fancy. I think we can stretch it now. Oh, my system has run down. Okay, stretch it a little bit. You want to see her face and the fly. Want to add a flying effect of that account. At least that's gonna be okay. Then I'm gonna move it. Gonna move it below. Okay, then for that, now since I've moved it below, gonna then make this white, then a color of white. Okay, to make it more beautiful, then go to this my group, click on the group, click on the eclipse, hold down my alt, click here, then change the fill to white. I think so. No, one of them don't need fill, so we'll go back to the eclipse, you cancel the fill, you cancel fill. In here now, this is where we make it white. Okay, then let's move our grid lines and see how it's looking. So of our grid lines, as you can see, it's looking cute. Okay, my image didn't reach here. Okay, so you can see what we have here, a cute design. Okay, so I think we are okay for now. Then we can now add our text here. Sorry, to avoid this thing that just happened now, just go to the image here, see this padlock symbol, you lock it so that it cannot be moved around. There's no way it can be moved. Even our logo, we'll have to lock it so that we won't move it by mistake. Then we can go to our nav links, hold down your shift, then you group Ctrl G, name right there, nav. Okay, then this nav, now we want to also lock it to avoid movement, so we cannot move any of them now. All of them are now static. Okay, as you can see. So the next thing to do there is to add our text. The text are added here, so I added here gracious, GRACIOUS, Steve. Add here for to GRAPH. Gracious Steve photo H1 graphic. Okay, just a basic text, nothing fancy. Okay, so here let's select your hold down shift. Okay, it's not allowing me to do that. Okay, then we go here, just pop it out to like 60, just to pop it out. Why didn't you change? Are you okay? 60, pop it out. Okay, so I think so. So you can from here do it also. Okay, I won't worry about the styling. Okay, things looking cute. So this is what we have. This is what I did for my client. We are not yet through our leaks. You now see what I mean by those things I was drawing here. Let me just get it. Go back to select to. Okay. Yeah. I want to just show you, illustrate something to you. Sorry about that. To illustrate opacity, let's reduce the opacity. So as you can see, I told you that this line here means the entire image. Then the first text, that's this one. Second text, that's this one. Then this box here represent the nav, these nav links. Then this L represent the logo. So I think we are through the home page of this site. Okay, so let's bring this out from here. This guy, keep him somewhere here, and this is what we have. Okay, then also we want to, like, let's group this. We're going to group it. Should we? Yeah, I think so. Ctrl G and give it hero text. Okay, so everything is nice and plain. Okay, so In our next design now, we're going to add the remaining of it. I think the next thing to add is come near so that we'll be seeing you, please. This one, I think you need to resize. Come down a little, resize again so that we see you clearly. Come here, then you.